Lamb's bread number 3. History and its beginning. The Garden of Eden. We consumed the red shield, Rothschild. The tree of knowledge of good and evil, Amanita muscaria. It caused us to break away from universal consciousness and into individuality, into ego consciousness. We awakened to knowledge as power, and Brahmanism became the first universal religion after the flood. Brahmanism basically had the Amanita muscaria, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, the secondary Soma. The first was, of course, the tree of life. And after the fall, we began to use the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And the Brahmins used it pretty exclusively. Then, after the Brahmins, who were Aryans, that came down from the north and set up the caste system, which is a diabolical system saying that white people are holier or better than thou, particularly dark-skinned Dravidian people. We had the entrance of the unicorn. The unicorn is, una means one, and corn means grain. Unicorn means one grain, or grain of one, the horn of one. This horse, which could carry you on a long-distance journey, was found in the horn of the morning glory flower. If you look at a morning glory flower before it opens, it's a spiral horn, just like the unicorn. Unicorns were said to be bound to a single tree in the forest. The morning glory spins a spiral web around a single tree or host. It could not stand upright. That serpent, that snake, after the Garden of Eden, after it had tricked Eve, the clan of woman, into consuming the morning glory, which that was allowed, and then into consuming Amanita muscaria, that was not allowed. After all, most animals, most creatures of nature know what warning colors are. That's why certain insects and animals, and particularly amphibians and insects, have warning colors to warn us not to eat them because they're poisonous. Amanita muscaria is both attractive to the eyes, and it also says, "Do not eat me." It has a stop sign quality. But that did not stop the tribe of Eve, or the female half of the species. It might even have just been one woman. Who knows, man? Frankly, we're on a planet, the third rock from the sun. We're circling around the sun, G2 star, and the whole dish, the whole 9 planets, is falling through space at an unknown speed towards an unknown end. So if there was just one man and one woman, sorry, stranger things have happened. Anyway, the point is, the Amanita muscaria was eaten. Our earliest religious records show that. The Rig Veda and the Vedas, which was earlier composed by the Dravidian people, where you have the bluing gods that certainly reference psilocybin, but in come the white Aryans, and they dominate the culture with their iron weapons and their chariots and their horses, and the use of knowledge and to gain power over the others. And so they certainly did that. We could speculate on why they were able to gain power, but the absolute truth of it is that they did gain power, and they did influence the then oral tradition of the Vedas. And so you can see Soma as psilocybin was then referred to after the coming of the white man, the Aryan, as Indu, the female element of Soma, because the male element with the dominating culture of the Aryans was forced in, and it was called Soma. That was Amanita muscaria. Later on, the Brahmins said that to eat a mushroom is to kill a Brahmin, which is to say, if you eat the mushrooms that the Brahmins used to eat, you're taking the place of the Brahmins. So don't do that, because you'll upset society. They also had a couple other sayings about mushrooms, but I won't go into them here. When the unicorn, or the morning glory, came into the picture, it was the third soma, where in the Vedas it says a plant is crushed and your Brahmins eat of it, but they think they eat soma, but they walk around wrapped up in clouds and stammer and are not clear in their heart or their mind. I added the heart and mind part, but the rest is accurate to the Vedas. So essentially, that's when the unicorn plant came in. It wasn't a species of morning glory exactly. It was what's called Hawaiian baby wood rose, which is known to have originated in Hawaii. Just one seed contains 25 micrograms of LSD. LSD is an unbalanced chemistry. It causes an illumination of the outer sphere of the brain, the outer cortex, the thinking cap. It does not flood the thalamus or the hypothalamus with serotonin, for example, like ecstasy does. Mushrooms, psilocybin, the tree of life, flood both the outer cortex and the inner cortex with serotonin, and they do so as a cash drug instead of a credit card drug. What do I mean? I mean, credit card drugs go in and they release your own chemistry. LSD, MDMA, ecstasy. They both work as credit card drugs. They borrow from your tomorrow's supply of serotonin to release it to you today or tonight. They are credit card drugs. Psilocybin is a cash drug. What you experience does not cost you from your supply of serotonin. It adds to your life force, so that the next day after psilocybin, you'll feel refreshed and good. After MDMA, you'll feel like taking a Prozac, as the records show. Prozac helps you avert the depression which follows after MDMA use. Why? Again, because serotonin is used up, and without serotonin you do not have the neurotransmitter which feeds and stimulates the growth of neurons, as well as happy, positive emotions. Whether it's in the mind or in the heart, both are important. So those Brahmins, they used Amanita muscaria, and later they used the Hawaiian baby wood rose. The psilocybin was somewhat suppressed throughout this period of time, but there are remaining art pictures from these periods which show the yogis teaching the Brahmins about the bluing psilocybin, and you see Brahmins turning blue because of this awareness. Okay, we'll move from the Brahmins to the Hashishin cult of Asia, and then to the Knights Templar. Lamb's Bread 3 coming to a close.